life is full of surprises. Some good, some bad. Some cases where, let's say, somebody gets a brand new job and another person loses their job. And then also there could be times where, let's say, you have a computer, whatever, and you may have computer problems. As in, let's say, you accidentally download a virus, to the internet going down, wherever. Now you're probably wondering, like, Vanguard, what are you talking about? Well, if you haven't been paying attention, for the past couple of days, Phil has been having some internet problems. Now, let's see if he was able to get that fixed during today. Let's find out. All right, Phil, so what do you have for us today?
I don't know what. Now, yesterday I called Comcast on my day off. After a half an hour of wasted time, which I knew it would take, I finally...
Yes, you are correct. It was half an hour waste of time. You could have took care of it behind the scenes. Say, hey, listen, guys, I want to cut the stream short. I'm having some technical difficulties. Let me handle this, and I'll keep y'all posted. Did you do that, Phil? No, you decided to keep on streaming.
got them to agree to send a tech out here because they said there's nothing else they could do to fix it. They don't know anything.
What do you mean they don't know anything, Phil? They own that company, okay? They part of that company. Comcast is your internet provider. So more than likely, they didn't tell you that. You just made that stuff up, like you always do with other companies, where they'll say, well, your company say, we don't know what's going on. Yes, they do. They do know what's going on, Phil. You just like making shit up.
They tried to get a tech out yesterday, but they said they could only send a tech within a 4-hour window, and I told them you can't do that. I have... Oh my God. Stuff to do. It's my day off. I have a...
Phil, what was so important on your day off that you couldn't have them come out? What was so important? You could easily say, okay, this time you could say, hey, Kat, you go ahead and take care of the grocery stuff. I'll stay here until Comcast comes out at this specific window. You could have done that, Phil. So your day off with your appointments were not that very important.
Appointments and things that I have to go to. So I can't sit around all day waiting for you to show up. So they said, well, the only thing we can do is schedule a tech to come tomorrow during a 2-hour window. And I said, let's do that. So the tech is scheduled to come this afternoon. Okay? In fact, the tech might show up as early as in 45 minutes or so.
If that's the case, cut your stream. Say, hey, there's a tech coming out. Once he finishes what he's got to do to get my internet working, I'll let you guys know. And I'll let you know probably at this time may come back on stream. If not, I'll come back stream on tomorrow. You could have said that, Phil. Why are you still sitting here waiting for the tech, wasting our time?
Or the tech could show up in another 3 hours. Seriously, like that's how they do their windows, right?
Again, Phil, if that's the case, why are you on stream wasting our time? Get off stream, wait till the tech comes in. It's like I said before, once they're doing what they got to do to get your internet fixed, send up, they said, hey, there won't be this stream at this point in time. They're working on getting my internet fixed. I'll let you know when I'm going to be coming back on stream. You could easily done that, Phil.
Right, so really, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why this is continuing. I've tried like everything I can think of, and we did a 2.5-hour troubleshooting session the other night.
Correction, it wasn't 2.5, it was 3 hours, and he was literally complaining that this ain't working, that ain't working. But mind you, he was still able to stream. He was still able to do certain things online. So the way I see it, Phil, and I just thought about it, you sure it's not, let's say, your antivirus software that could be blocking certain things if you do have antivirus? Because that happened to me one at a time where a lot of sites couldn't go through were getting blocked, and come to find out my antivirus software was blocking access, and I had to go in and change that around, Phil. So I don't think you didn't have, I think your internet problems was more on your side with software issues that you could have looked in and fixed yourself. Or if you couldn't figure it out, you could have gone on YouTube on your phone without the internet. You could use the mobile net and done it that way, Phil. And again, you're supposed to be this tech savvy guy. You prove beyond a shadow that you don't know a single thing about tech.
That didn't fix the issues. I'm lucky for 2 big reasons. Number one, I have no idea why I'm still able to stream only on the desktop, only through the Google browser.
Hello, DSP here looking like a complete bum.
Phil, you could stream on your desktop through the Google browser. Phil, when it comes to the internet, you either have it or you don't. So if you're still able to stream, that means you have internet. That means there's something on your side that you did that you probably screwed up.
I have no idea, but I can. As you can see, I'm online right now, right? So I don't know what's going on and why this is still working, but I'm deathly afraid that I'm going to lose my connection again, or that, the computer might restart, or something's going to happen, and then I lose connection and I can't stream anymore, and then I can't work, right?
Phil, it's not the end of the world. If that happens, guess what? Again, just wait till Comcast comes out and fix the situation. Or if it's such a, oh my God, end of the world thing, go on your phone, go to Indeeds or Monster.com, one of the two, get a resume going, start filling out for some jobs. That way you have a source of income, Phil. And the way I'm seeing it right now, you're denying the inevitable. Eventually, you're going to have to get a job. Because I don't see your dents lasting too much longer.
That's number one. The other reason I'm lucky, and this is complete 100% random luck. Earlier this year, I renewed my internet packages, meaning my 3-year agreements that I had with Comcast had expired, and they were going to charge me ginormous full price. And I said, well, I'm not paying ginormous full price for this.
Why not, Phil? You got the money, especially from YouTube, tips, all that stuff. You got the money. You could afford it. It ain't that much for you, for a guy like you. And you know what? I'm asking this. Why do you have 2 lines anyways? Because why you got 2 lines? Business line? You don't do anything important. You're just on YouTube creating videos. Anybody could do that, Phil. You're just at home playing games. Unless you're running a business, I don't know, let's say, example, let's say we use Microsoft or Sony. Yeah, those are business companies. They will need business lines to run stuff. I mean by Microsoft as in software stuff, okay? In your case, Phil, you're just a YouTube content creator, okay? That's all you're known for, other than May 1st and pretty much being a locale.
I need to go into new 3-year agreements. So the new 3-year agreements, one of them included, and I didn't even know this, a backup 4G wireless cellular internet device. By the way,
what the fuck you need that for, Phil? What do you need that for? You don't need that. You clearly don't even need a second line. You go with just this one line. Because again, if you don't have internet, how are you still able to stream, Phil? Again, and I hate really repeating myself, it is something more on your side that you did screwing up. Either that, or maybe there's certain updates you didn't allow your desktop to do. Or your laptop, whatever. It's somewhere on your side, Phil, that you screwed up and you don't want to admit it.
If you're wondering what that noise is, that humming, I have no fucking clue. It sounds like something outside. It's really annoying.
Okay, then just close your damn window.
I have to close the window if it keeps up. It's actually driving me nuts. What is it? Hear it? Oh, I think someone's doing lawn work around here. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, they're doing a lot more than what you're doing right now, being in your office bitching, complaining.
Anyway, so this 4G internet device is insanely slow. You can't stream on it. You can't upload on it. It's just like a trickle of internet, like a drop of internet, okay? But this thing allowed me to download Alan Wake 2. I bought it.
Bullshit.
And I downloaded.
Correction, he made his dents by it by aka giving him their money.
Guess how long it took to download Alan Wake 2? Alan Wake 2 is around 80 gigs. It took 13 and a half hours to download Alan Wake 2 on this. That's how slow it is. The good news, though, is I have my laptop plugged into this device. So I have chat working, I have contribution tracking, and everything working on my laptop as normal.
Phil, why do you have your laptop and your desktop on at the same time? That's stupid. You can get another monitor, hook it that way, so that way you could have your stream up, and the other side, your chat, anything else where you can monitor on the other one. It's real simple. And guess what? You can get another monitor for less than what, $120, up to almost 500. You can afford it, Phil. Because let's not forget, you've invested in a 500 PlayStation controller for Street Fighter. I didn't forget about that, Phil. So why don't you invest more? Why don't you invest more into another monitor? And also, with your desktop, you can upgrade it. We can play games on that. You can actually add a graphics card, Phil. You just gotta find what type of rig it is, because I'm pretty sure you still got a decent CPU in there.
Okay? So the good news is I can actually stream. Like, I'm streaming right now. It's working. I can play a game and stream. It should be the correct speeds and everything. I got my setup working. So I can work. The problem is, at any moment it could go out, and then I lose connection. I'm done. And then I can't work.
Phil, Phil, here's the thing, bud. If it goes out, you're still fine. You still have past videos that people can still watch. You're still gonna get the views and all that stuff. You will absolutely be fine. You're just right now complaining and bitching and whining for absolutely no reason whatsoever, but in hopes that your dents send you more and more and more money, which I find very pathetic. You have no limits. You will do whatever it takes to get every single cent out of your chat. You don't care if it's you don't care if it's 1 cent. You will still take that cent. Hell, you wouldn't care if you would have took $5 from a kid. You don't care, Phil. You don't care about them whatsoever. You only care about you and you only.
Because I'm not going to be able to get it back. That's number one. Number two, I have a completely worthless modem downstairs. And that's the modem that I do all my other stuff on. You know, our cell phones, our Fire Stick, you know, Amazon Fire Stick to watch TV and YouTube and stuff. That's connected to it. That's what I actually have as a backup device for the laptop as well. That if this modem or something goes down in the office, I have a backup device to at least get online and tell you guys what's going on. It doesn't work at all. So I need to have this guy come out and figure this out because, you know.
I need to have this guy to come out because guess what, guys? Guess what? If he don't come out, I'm going to do my business. How I'm going to be able to stream. How I'm going to play videos. I'm going to snipe.
God forbid we have a blip in the power or this connection for some reason disconnects and I can't reconnect it, then I can't work.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Stop whining like a bitch.
Right? I can't stream. So this sucks. The worst feeling is when you don't know what's going wrong and you feel helpless because you just have absolutely no way to help it yourself.
Phil up. You making it seem like you're in a life or death situation when you're not one. You're just having minor internet problems, Phil. Let me say it again slowly. Minor internet problems, Phil, that you can easily solve by, again, going on YouTube, looking at a couple of things to see how you can fix it. Check your matter of fact, check your antivirus, check your firewall. There's something blocking certain things, Phil. You gotta look into that stuff because maybe that's what's causing certain things for your net not to function properly. Again, it's more of a software issue than a hardware issue.
You know, at least there was something I could do here to figure this out for myself, but I can't. I mean, we've tried everything. We tried messing around with every possible solution on Wednesday night. None of that worked. You know, Comcast, like I said when I called them yesterday, they don't know shit. The people they have on the customer service
No, you don't know shit, Phil.
line are literally that, just customer service reps. They don't know anything technical at all. All they do is sit there and read a checklist. And they're nice. They try to be nice or whatever. But I tell them, as soon as I start talking to this person, I'm like, there's no way you can help me.
Horse shit, Phil. Nah. Don't even give me that. You talk about how they don't know nothing. Nah, Phil. More likely they told you, oh, this is what you have to do to check this out. Did this work? You probably say no. And then they probably say, well, let's try this. You probably, no, that doesn't work. You'll find an excuse to have them have a tech two come out, Phil, because you're too lazy to figure out the problem on your own. Even if somebody's trying to show you the steps on how to fix the problem, you don't want to do it. You'll have somebody else do it for you, you lazy bum.
I'm going to tell you the whole situation. You're not going to understand what I'm saying. So I tell them the whole situation. They don't understand what I'm saying. They, kick it off to someone else. Oh, they don't know what I'm saying. Okay, we need a tech out there. Okay, that's what I thought, So I guess we're going to see what happens today when the tech shows up. I'll be honest, the techs are great. Like, every tech I've ever had out to my house from Comcast is educated, very, very smart and troubleshooting mindset, pretty much knows the ins and outs of everything,
Yeah, that's their job, Phil. They're supposed to do that. That's what they sign up for. That's what they went to school for. That's what they've been doing. Of course they know what they're doing. Of course they have to be nice because they're coming into your home, Phil. If they come in with any kind of attitude, any type of attitude, and it gets back to the bosses, they could be fired. So of course they have to be very nice, very friendly, Phil. It's part of their field.
The only thing is they don't know, and this is hilarious. You ready for this? They don't necessarily know the ins and outs of hardware. For example, at one point, I needed to change my IP address. This was many, many years ago when someone was DDoS attacking me, okay? And I told them I need a new IP address. And we sat here for an hour to figure out that Comcast modems auto search for the same ISP, the same IP. Even when you disconnect them and reconnect them to the internet, they don't get a new IP. They auto.
And how would you know that, genius? How do you know that info? Are you working for Comcast? No. So more than likely, the information you're telling me here is complete BS. The only way I'll actually have this verified is, let's say I would have talked to someone from Comcast. Oh, better yet, maybe after I finish this video, I'll actually look up for myself to see if it's true or not, Phil.
Auto search for the same IP and reconnect to it no matter what, if it's available. So the only way to get a new IP address on a Comcast modem is, number one, have two modems. Think about this. Plug them both into the same Ethernet line at once, okay? One has your old IP, one has your new IP. When they both have the IP, get rid of the old modem and just keep the new one plugged in. That's one way. Or to unplug the modem for so long that someone else grabs your IP address by plugging in and refreshing their own modem, and then when you plug it in, you get a new one. But there's no way to know how long that could be. That could.
Or, Phil, just get a brand new modem with a different IP. You know, you could do that as well, Phil. That ain't that difficult. I tell you, Phil, I tell you straight up, you come up with the most dumbest things of all time. You actually make LTG look like a saint. Matter of fact, I hate to say this, you actually make it seem like, and I can't really say it's that a certain child TV, whose name I'm not going to say fully, you make him seem like he's the smartest man on the planet compared to the nonsense that's coming out of your mouth.
Could be 5 minutes, that could be 5 hours, that could be 5 fucking days. So that's the thing, like,
that was very disgusting, Phil. If you notice the stuff, you blow it, use a nasal spray, but don't do it on stream. Do it off stream, you nasty pig.
With Comcast, it's so hit or miss. None of the employees who work there on the phone know anything. You might as well not even call, but you have to call to get to the next level of support. When the techs come out, they're very smart. The problem is they come out and they usually don't know what they're up against. They don't even know what problems they're trying to fix because the person who you talk to on the phone doesn't know shit. So it's like, imagine if you were a rocket scientist, right? And, someone needs your expertise, but then they tell you, I don't know what I need you for. You're just going to show up and what am I here for, right? No one can tell you because everyone's so dumb they don't understand rocket science, so they can't tell you what you're actually needed your help for. Oh, my God. Like, I'm just so tired of this stupid shit. I really am.
What? Huh? That was the dumbest comparison that you have ever said, Phil. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You could have used something way better. Oh my God. You're beginning to hurt my head, Phil. I'm going to need some Tylenol after this.
That's pretty much it. So I know what's going to happen. This tech will walk into my home and have no idea what they're here for. All they're going to know is, so your internet doesn't work, right? That's it. Because I explained the entire situation to that person on the phone, and I guarantee you they didn't understand a word of it, and they just said, oh, well, get a tech out there, This is pretty funny. Now, of course.
Yes, this water is so good. Let me continue complaining about what's going on my internet. Did anybody send me some tits?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some insano conspiracy theories. We have people literally saying things like, what if this is an elaborate detractor's plot?
Oh, what? Phil, if that was the case, oh, God. If that was the case, then Comcast must really hate you that much to do that. Because right now, that's probably the biggest load of horse shit I heard thus far. A detractor theme? Seriously? Oh my God. And I tell you, nobody didn't tell you this. This just pop up in your own little small pea brain. This guy, I tell you.
I'm serious. People are saying this. What if people who don't like you have set this up to ruin you or whatever? All right? Well, I would say a few things. Number one, if this is an elaborate detractor plot, this is probably the most elaborate plot ever. Like, this is more elaborate than them catfishing me for a year and a half and pretending to be.
I will agree on that one, Phil, if that was true. And if it were, oh, I'd be having a party. I'd be laughing my ass off because that would have been the most funniest thing that ever happened. But I mean, but we all know it's not true, Phil. So come back to Earth. Come off of Cloud 7 and come down to Earth, Phil.
Be someone else to become a moderator and then pretend to be my friend, but then try to like hurt me or leak information or get me banned. And that happened twice.
Okay, for the people that did do that, it is messed up. Please don't link his info and stuff. It's not that deep. We're just here. Me, along with the rest of the characters, we just love making fun of Phil. Whatever he posts online, as long as it's like really personal stuff, hey, have at it. But if it's like, let's say, his address, his bank info, please leave that stuff alone. That's just taking things outside of YouTube.
That literally happened twice in my years as a content creator. And this is, I'd say this more elaborate than that. This is more elaborate than them completely fabricating this situation with fucking mobile games, providing years apparently of fake Discord chats and completely falsified information about bank statements, all the shit they've done there, right? It's more elaborate than that. It's more elaborate than when we had a fake escort, right? That didn't exist, but was, again, more catfishing, fooling people with all this fake information. It's the most elaborate thing they've ever done. But you know what? It's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible, but it's incredibly difficult for that to happen, Phil, for that type of situation. It requires a lot of coordination, a lot of people with a lot of pull up in Comcast for that to happen. Again, doubt this ever happened, Phil. Again, you're just having minor internet issues.
I would say it's not impossible. Seriously, I wouldn't put anything past anyone because people are absolutely insane. And you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Is there someone who works at Comcast who has control over this kind of shit?
Let me help you out, Phil. No. Absolutely
bug
not.
Up their ass.
Oops, I didn't mean to hit that button. I didn't hit that again. No, Phil, that is not the case. They don't have that kind of pull. And if they did, and this were to be found out, that employee will, one, be fired because that'll be a big, massive lawsuit that you could win if that was the case, Phil. So no, and hypothetically, if this were to happen, again, it would be hilarious. It would be, but we all know it didn't happen, Phil. And I'm not going to say what's going on. I'm not going to say again what's been going on yet. Again, well, no, I'm not going to say it. You know what's going on the internet, Phil.
About me and is willing to risk their job to fuck with me. Maybe. You know, because some people have said, well, I don't understand, Phil. If your internet's screwed up, why about your neighbors? Well, my neighbors wouldn't be affected. Why? They would only be affected if the internet outright went down. I have completely different hardware and a completely different setup than them. I have...
No. Your hardware's not that much different. You don't have the best internet connection, Phil. Yours is not that much different. Yours just is in a class a little bit higher, excuse me, than the rest of your neighbors. So please, and I guarantee you, there may be one other neighbor in your area that probably has, let's say, not Comcast, but not Xfinity. Let's say I don't know, Samsung or whatever. That's much better than Comcast. That is a business line.
All business class modems and different accounts, they don't have that. They just have residential internet that's called Xfinity. Mine's a completely different thing. So that's why, like, even though I'm using the same lines as them, unless it's an outright, oh, internet's completely out, they likely would have no idea that I have any problems because we're on different lines and everything, different accounts and everything. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's funny is Tyler in the chat says, really, dude, you're not that important. I know.
I actually agree with Tyler. You're not that important, Phil. You're very unimportant. And in this situation, you're giving us another big fat nothing burger.
I know. Tyler, I think you have reached my point. I'm not important. I am Joe Nobody. I have a little presence on the internet, right? A few hundred viewers a stream, a few thousand viewers a video, if that. Probably 1,000 people on this planet who genuinely like what I do and support it. But I'm able to make a...
As in we like making fun of you, then yes. But you only have a handful of people that like your kind. The rest of us, we just sit there, watch, wait for the gold dust, point it out, make fun of it, and keep it moving.
...a living doing it. And a lot of people have issue with that. They don't like that I can still be successful. You know what I'm saying? They hate me for some reason, and you tell me that doesn't make sense. You're right, it doesn't make sense.
Phil, let me help you out here. The reason why a lot of these people hate you is the stuff you've done. From the begging, to the banning, to lying about certain things, to big bills, the Jasper DLC episode. Remember those? Now that last year when you made certain jokes that were not very appropriate. So this is all on you, buddy.
I agree with you, Tyler. That's my point. None of this makes any sense. Would you have catfished people for a year and a half to pretend to be someone to become a moderator of mine? Would you have elaborately invented a bunch of falsified information about mobile gaming? Would you have pretended?
Both those logics are complete garbage. Nobody's going to spend a full year to dig information out of you. You do that yourself. That's lie number one. Lie number two, Phil. All your mobile addiction games are connected to your account, your email. This is all connected to you, buddy. And from time to time, you have not disproven that. You have not showed that, oh, this is not me, here's the proof, this is my real account. You've done none of that, Phil. And until you do, what you said there, it's bullshit.
To be an escort, faking that you were visiting me and doing all this for like a 6-month period. Do you see what I'm saying?
That was already rectified as we found out that was not true, Phil. So move on.
None of this makes sense. Absolutely none of it makes any sense at all, and it's all happened. So I wouldn't put it past someone to say they're nuts, they're complete losers, and they're wasting their life, and they're actually risking their livelihood to fuck with me. I don't think that's the case. I think that
you don't think that's the case, Phil, then why are you bringing it up? Why are you going down this little rabbit hole that you don't believe? Why are you even mentioning, Phil? Do you ever think? Do you actually stop to think of, like, you know what? Yeah, that's a dumb thing to think about. That's a dumb thing to come with. Do you ever think, Phil, for once, like, do you ever slow it down and be like, maybe that's not a good thing to say. Maybe that idea is stupid. Maybe this theory is, not true. You don't think. You just continue make up dumb stuff at the dumb stuff at the dumb stuff.
That's the wildest conspiracy theory. So I really don't believe that that's the case at all. Okay? But it's a possibility, right?
Phil, it's either you don't believe or you do believe it. It's nothing between. Do you or do you not?
I guess the weirdest thing about it is that the way the internet blipped out, we were live streaming Spider-Man, and it went from green to red, and then right back to green.
No, I'm not going to let this continue on, because now he's just going to continue to give filler after filler after filler, other non-stuff. Again, ladies and gentlemen, his internet is fine. More than likely, it's something on his side that he screwed up on. More than likely, it could be his antivirus, where it could be blocking certain things for him to allow to see, let's say, YouTube, email, whatever, because he can still get tips, see the tips that come to all that stuff. So it's on his side. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this video. And stay tuned. There's going to be a couple more coming out in the next few days. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.